So it looks like these little guys are starting to become a trend. Dwarf jades. This is the best indoor bonsai tree species you can ever get. Today I'm gonna repot a dwarf jade and show you how to choose the right pot for your bonsai tree. So let's take a look at this guy first. I've got a selection of pots here. Green pots, black pots, bluish faded pots and darker bluish. Also they are rounded, they are squared, well not squared but rectangular, and some of them are pretty weird shaped. Now this is a beautiful one, but I don't think I'll be using this one. And also greenish color, oval shaped. So I want to change this pot. I got a lot of these pots. They're pretty neat, they're greenish, they're pretty cool, but this is a chunky big tree. So for a dwarf jade, and I'll be filling it pretty massively with a crown, and I'm thinking it can do better in a little bit of a bigger pot. So this is a smaller pot. Also, so we've got color, we've got shape, and we've got size. Let's break that down. So first of all, the pot needs to complement the tree. Think about it, it's like a painting. The tree is a work of art, the tree is the painting, and the pot is the frame. Many of you have seen those paintings that don't have any frames. They look very bad, they look unfinished. Okay, I don't care, they're trending now or whatever. Painting is painting. It has been an art. It has been for the same for a lot of time. So a new trend, I don't care about it, because we got some rules. Okay, so this is the frame. It needs to complement the tree. It needs to be quite a nice color, but not screaming. You know, you don't want to take away the interest, the eye, the viewer's eye away from the tree and into the pot. Okay, so you need to look at the tree. When you're first looking at the tree, okay, you need to see the tree. If your eye goes straight here because you have used, I don't know, a very powerful reddish color or bluish color, because this one is blue, but you see it's nice and calm. It's a dark blue with a little bit of a brownish tint into it. This is more powerful, but it's faded, it's nice, and it's also got a little bit of a brownish here and there. So the color, okay, this is a pretty nice color. It goes well with the trunk, it goes well with the leaves, but I think we can be a little more brave here. Okay, kind of a blue color works with most of your trees if it's a nice calm blue. Enough about the color. I've got this black one here. I don't think I'm gonna be using this because we're gonna talk now about the shape. So this tree is quite masculine, this pot is quite feminine. So these are the two main features when you're talking about bonsai trees. You got the masculine feature and the feminine feature. So this is a masculine tree. Okay, it's pretty straight, it's thick, it imposes power. The feminine tree is a tree that has nice bends and curves. Okay, rounded curves, a lot of rounded curves in the branches. It just flows. It's feminine. We're gonna talk more on this subject, but right now we need to understand this is a masculine tree. So when you're talking about masculine trees, okay, feminine pot. We're gonna ditch this. Again, this color is pretty good. It goes well with the trunk, it goes well with the leaves, the color of the leaves, but again, it's an oval pot. Oval pots are mainly used for feminine trees. Yeah, it can go well with this. It can go well. But you know what? We're gonna ditch this also because it's quite the same size, if not a little bit smaller. So I also have to work with what I've got. This one. This is a rectangular shape. It's rounded at the corners, and this one, it's not rounded at the corners. So now I'm down to these two little guys. Again, with the size. This is smaller, this is bigger. So at first I've told you I want to use quite a bigger little pot. I need it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm down to this. But I've got one more to show you. So this is what I want you to see. This is a quite nice pot. Very, very shallow. It's not glazed, and this brownish reddish color. Yeah, let's take a look here. I think it looks pretty good, but it's quite big. It's quite big. I'm liking this unglazed pot very, very much. The only problem is it's quite big, so it's quite an upgrade. If I decide to use this pot, I need to let the tree grow bigger. So I'm gonna make a bigger tree because, and now also on the size part, if I put it like this, it's pretty okay. So if I grow the tree a little bit bigger, because you see, in order for a pot to work best with your bonsai tree, it needs to be from the base of the trunks, it needs to be its length, okay, needs to be smaller than 2/3 of this tree. This is about half, okay. You can go lower, but you cannot go higher. So if this, it's now also, as this is about 20 centimeters, okay. If I put my hand like this, you can see it's almost the height of my bonsai tree. So if I decide to place it in this, well, I will need to grow my tree bigger. I still haven't decided if I want to use this and this. It's a very hard thing to decide in this stage. And when in doubt, talk to the tree. So, little jade tree, what pot do you... No, no, no. No, don't do it like that. Let's take it out of the pot and see if our root system will be compatible with this one, because I really want to use this one. But we need to take a look at the roots, because you do not want to prune too much from a little jade root system, because it will recover pretty slow. You see, I've got some anchor wires here, not some anchor wires. I wanted the trunks because they were too close to one another, and I want them to fan away from each other. And I don't think I want to take those wires off. we're gonna see if we can just keep them. I wanna pot the tree into something better. So, doesn't have a lot of roots, but that's just what dwarf jades do. They don't grow huge roots. They adapt to the pot. If you pot them into huge pots, yes, they will grow huge roots. But I think we can put it in here. Yeah, we can make this work. First of all, let's cut a little bit off from these thick wires. I can take them off, but they're on here on the tree for about, I think, 3 months, 4 months, something like that. And I don't think they have done their job yet. I pre-anchored the tree. I'm just looking and modifying it as I go, but I want to pin it down here. Let me just take this off because they're too big. I don't want to make it final because I will need to move the tree around a little bit, so I want to give it a nice placement in the pot. Let's go in with the potting mix. This tree will now have a lot of room to grow roots, and also with this better potting mix it will grow a lot better. So that's good, because I will try to make it bigger. I will try to make this tree a lot bigger. Well, not a lot bigger, but it needs to get in harmony with the size of the pot, which is now quite a lot bigger. So I'm gonna work the soil in. Yeah, it's a repotting, but if you do not mess with the roots at all, this will recover instantly. So this is about it. So this is the final result. I think it looks pretty cool. I've chosen this very shallow pot, which gives quite a nice look to the tree. But now I've told you I need to grow it bigger, and I want to grow it bigger. Also, if you can see, the tree is not planted dead center. Never plant your trees dead center, because that's very bad from a design point. Also, I don't think you can see it pretty good. Also, don't place it in the middle. Place it towards the back a little bit, or towards the front a little bit. Usually I tend to place them a little bit more towards the back side. So I think this will be a very great tree. Very nice looking tree. It has a lot of room to grow its new roots in. So the only time you need to put a tree dead in the center of a pot, dead center, is when you're choosing a round bonsai pot. When you're using a round one, yes, you will be needing to put the tree dead center. But this is not pretty often. You're not gonna use rounded pots pretty often. They're hard to find because you see, when you're using a round pot, you're kind of limited to the styles you can apply to the specific bonsai tree. So I hope I've helped you today to get a little bit more understanding on how to choose your bonsai pots. Of course, I have a selection here. I don't have 100 pots on the side. That's not gonna happen, and it's not gonna happen to you. But these aren't so expensive, so when I buy them, I don't just buy one because I need one pot for, I don't know, these three, okay? It's hard to do that. It's hard to find the perfect pot for the specific tree, so that's why you have to buy more. Also, I love small trees. Small trees are harder to make, but they're a lot more valuable, and I can have more of them if they're smaller. This is about it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me, how can I help you further into your journey as a bonsai beginner? Drop a line in a comment. Maybe you have some ideas. Maybe you want to see a particular video made. In the end, watch the next video because it's good. Bye.